Okay, hi everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Just having a walk around the cemetery where a few of my friends are actually buried in here. And as I was walking round, I was just contemplating a few things, and I thought I'd share them on here. You know, one of the big things that spirituality and personal development is about is it's about discerning the difference between our conditioning and who and what we truly are. That's the essence of a lot of the spiritual path, a lot of the personal development path. And of course, all of us have picked up a certain degree of conditioning along the way. You know, we've picked it up from parents, society, schools, authority figures. And some of us picked it up so early that we never really got a good feeling for who we truly were. So when we come into spirituality, you know, it can be another set of conditioning that we pick up. So we can go from worldly conditioning to spiritual conditioning. But really, if we're interested in freedom and liberation and truth, then what we want to go beyond all conditioning. We want to go beyond all senses of, you know, playing a role or denying certain aspects of ourselves or just trying to fit in or trying to get approval. We have to go beyond all of that. And that is no small task. You know, some of these conditions are deeply, deeply hardwired inside us. So to say that, right, we want to go beyond all of our conditioning, that is a big thing. That's a huge thing. And it's almost inevitable that we're going to fail a lot of the time. We're just going to find ourselves going into certain patterns over and over again because those were the patterns that helped us survive. They are survival patterns. So we have to be kind of aware of that when we come onto this path. And we have to understand that so we don't give ourselves a hard time when that happens. But what it comes down to for me is, and this is why I was reminded of it being in the cemetery, what it comes down to is, do we want to live the individual embodied expression of ourself before we end up here in this cemetery? You know, do we want to be all that we're meant to be? Do we want to embody both our humanness and our divinity? And what else is there? You know, if we look at the reasons why we do a lot of the things, they're often about survival. But beyond survival, what else is there? Beyond living the authentic expression of who we are in the world. I can't see there's anything else. Can you? So just be conscious, you know, where am I going into conditioning? Whether that's spiritual conditioning or worldly conditioning, where am I going into that? And what is the underlying story that is making me do that? You know, is it because I just want everyone to like me? Is it because, you know, I fear rejection? Is it because I don't know who I'd be without that? And just see if you can just begin to unpack it a little bit and bring it into awareness so that when it starts to happen, you can just be conscious of it and just say, wow, look at that. That happened again. And maybe we begin to trust that there's another way. And that other way is trusting how we've naturally been created, we've naturally been made. Who are we naturally before our conditioning? That's a really powerful inquiry. Who are we naturally?